All right, boys. Megan has the paper. We're here with the half and half case break. Didn't put Cal on the table yet. We'll put them on there in a second. Essentially, I have the two cases down here. For full transparency, I think you guys can see it says 4 and 7 on the top there. Just want to show you guys I'm pulling them out of a fresh case, and then whenever we do break 7 and fill that one up, we will pull them out of the same 4 and 7 case. Just wanted to make sure that you guys have full transparency, that you guys don't think I'm pulling them out of different cases or whatever else. For anybody that is paranoid or doesn't have peace of mind, I mean, most of the dudes in the break have been around long enough to know I'm not going to do something like that, but just to keep it fully transparent, that was the jumbo case. This is the hobby case. Pulled out 4 boxes out of that one. We'll pull 6 boxes out of this one. We are pretty close to the we are pretty close to getting it filled on the back half. So just for anybody that needed the peace of mind to know that they're coming out of the same case and whatever else. Like I said, I don't got time to try to finagle somebody over a case that we don't even know what the heck has. That we don't even know if, other than that you're going to get one good hit out of there, you don't really know what you're going to get case-wise. I don't get enough time to finagle cases or be sneaky or whatever the hell dudes try to do. I don't even understand what people try to do half the time. Let me go, those cases are disgustingly dirty. Let me go wash my hands in the bathroom. 1 second. Sure, everybody would want me to have clean hands anyway, so not super worried about that. How's everybody doing tonight? I know it's a little bit later. I apologize for it being so late. We got my man Cal Ripken Jr. here, Project 2020. Ben Baller did the card. He is our good luck charm around here. I'm going to give him a rub on all 10 of the boxes. We got 6 hobby and 6 jumbo. Let's see, we'll start off with a hobby. Good luck to everybody in the break. Teamless on the left, overhead cameras on the right-hand corner. Hopefully we pull some monsters for a little bit of a weight. Once we get moving on the breaks that are filled and we get the back half filled, we will, the next bigger break, I'll say, because I'm going to keep going with the little bit breaks and the big breaks all open. The next bigger break, I'm going to do a case of hobby. Random teams is what we'll probably do there for the next bigger case, or the next bigger break. Probably be a little bit less. I'll try to see if I can make the price a little bit less than what it was on the pre-fills. See, that'll help getting it filled right away, or at least filled within a 24-hour period. And I'm going to try to start posting stuff earlier. Starting this week, I'm going to try to drop everything at like noon. Probably will be the first break that I'll post, if anything new post that day. And I'll probably do the interest post at like 9 a.m. I know that's a little bit early for the West Coast guys, but I think 9 a.m. to get in a break isn't super early. And I'll try to do the interest post the night before, so you guys know, for the West Coast guys or even the East Coast guys, if it's worth trying to get out on your lunch break or whatever at that time, or pop on your phone real quick to grab your team. Because now that it seems that I shouldn't have too much of an issue getting product, at least for tops, and it'll probably be a little bit easier. That way you guys know what's going to post the next day already. And we'll try to do it earlier to see if that can get us some more consistent same-day fills. post I made about the paying on time, like, if something happens and you're like, hey man, like, I don't know, there's guys in here that I know run businesses. So like, let's say someone gives you a check and it bounces and you were going to use that to pay for the break. Like, that's fine if you communicate it. I mean, not consistently fine, but it, like, I understand life happens. But when it's a consistent thing, like, I'm not dealing with it anymore. Like, it's not that hard to, if you claim a team, to pay or at least answer me by asking what the hell's going on. Switch this over to make sure video's actually working. No one's actually talking. I just want to make sure the video wasn't missing anybody chatting. Looks like there should be some good color in this from opening the packs, but we'll find out here in a second. Go through this. We got Nick Prado there, the first guy. Have Gabriel Moreno. Akira. We have Julian Ricard Perez, Langeliers. The front of that set of paper, we have Christian Hernandez, Montez, Jace Jung. Have Andy Pages on the number 48 overall, one of the older guys in the top 100. We have Blaze Jordan. He was all the hype a few years ago, huh? Still a good ball player. We got Jacob Berry here, the chase for the Marlins on the Lunar. And we're going to have our autograph, and it's going to be Brock Jones for the Rays. Going to Boomer. We have Vincent Perozzo, Jason Dominguez. Sights on September, Matt McLean. He's actually having really good numbers in the minors as well. We have Spencer Jones, De Los Santos. Have Acuna and Solano. Tyler Soderstrom, Serta, and Paguero. We have prospects Marcelo Mayer, Marcos Cabrera, Manuel Beltre. Sights on September, Jackson Chourio. I don't think he's going to get called up in September. I think they're going to hold him in the minors one more year. Edwin Arroyo, Colton Cowser. We have Brett Batty on the 80 out of 399. No, that's what I mean. It's like, I understand people have certain things, but if it's like the same individuals and then it's like, it's a lot of like, oh, I thought I paid. Like, bro, like I've showed you you didn't pay and then you're still sitting there arguing with me about it. Miguel Blais. And it's not like I'm adding up the math. Like, half the time if I have to argue with somebody or it's been like a couple breaks where a guy said, oh, yeah, I'll get it at the end of the week, and I put in an Excel spreadsheet. Gavin Williams, like the Excel spreadsheet literally adds it up for you. We got Khalil Watson, Tamar Johnson, Matt Mervis, and Jorge. Oh, we're going to get an orange here. What else is new? Let's see, I don't know if other people are getting orange in like every hobby case, but we have Anthony Volpe. It seems like almost every case we've opened, or a couple boxes of hobby, it's had an orange in. We got Brito, Clifford, which is kind of crazy, Carlos Colmenares. We have Dylan O'Ray, Ellie De La Cruz, Curtis Mead, Chacon, Mikey Ramiro, and Roderick Arias on the Lunar. And who are we going to get? Jacob Berry for the Marlins. One of the last teams taken is the Marlins. Going to Josh Webb. Gets rewarded. 2 out of 25 on the numbers 36, Jacob Berry. And it's not. I'm not even talking about so much necessarily either, Austin. When I'm talking about like something, the guys in the group like that have been in there for a long time, like I trust them. But at the same time, a lot of people probably a few people now don't even remember who De La Cruz, Xavier Isaac, who Nick Owen is. We have Francisco Alvarez. I'm sure some of the dudes that are a little bit older do, but Lugo, Galarte. But essentially, Nick got robbed. Someone took his guns out of his car, his wallet, whatever else. So he was in some breaks, like guy that's been in a lot of stuff. And then he didn't hit anything in the break, so he decided to just block me on his girlfriend's name, which I didn't even add her on. I didn't even have her added on Facebook. Ripped off another breaker, I was gonna say, and literally just disappeared over like $1,600. I mean, he didn't owe me $1,600 straight up, but Malloy, between me and two other guys, we have Marcelo Mayer. I was gonna say, and I mean that's a guy that was in a lot of breaks, like Anthony Volpe. And he would get big teams. He'd always pay right away. Like, you got to trust a guy like that. We got Churio Neto. And then Tamar Johnson. He did not hit anything. Like, there's like 2 or 3 autos that are worth something at Tavares. Because I still have them bagged up from like months ago. G-Loff, I just opened them, moving a bunch of stuff to the shop. Riley Green. Hoping that he would just unblock me one day and have a guilty conscience about it. But clearly he just don't give a shit because he's a piece of shit human being. We got Ruben Santana. We have Zach Neto on the 62 out of 125. Teal Lunar. One of the Angels and Tom Giuliano. You have Juan Olmos. Yosu DePaula. Diego Cartaya. Ronnie Simone. Axel Sanchez on the Atomic. These are 1 per hobby box, but some of the guys that are first, I mean, without them being in any jumbos, some value there. We got Jace Bowen and Aponte. Jace Bowen's kind of turned into a chase. I'm gonna have to probably adjust the price list here slightly. Guys like Bowen and there's been a few guys here or there that have caught a little bit of steam that I don't think people saw coming. I'll run the first 3 boxes as a hobby, and then we'll alternate. That way we end with a jumbo, but we'll alternate between hobby and jumbo to keep it a little bit fresh. And like, I personally, I mean, I don't sleep much, so I don't mind breaking late, but I know there's guys that can't watch the video. Like, I know Kevin doesn't care because he hits better when he's not watching, but there's other guys I'd love to watch, but if stuff fills later and then we gotta wait 30 minutes for somebody to argue about paying, then all of a sudden if I say I'm going to be live at 9, now we're not live till like 9:30, 9:45 because I either got to find somebody to take the team or I got to get payment. Like, that's honestly my real issue. Like, I don't even care about courtesy tagging people, I'll just have to start being more strict. Now that I have a remote job, I can be more strict during the day, be like, hey, you didn't pay me, and look it up. Before, I didn't really have time to sit there and look to see, because none of the payment apps would load in my office. Like, I had access to Facebook and YouTube and stuff, but like Venmo, PayPal, like none of that stuff would load because it was blocked, because they didn't want you being able to buy stuff at work. They didn't care about social media or whatever else, but they cared about people like sitting there and like shopping or like trading stocks or whatever else. So anything with money was like pretty blocked. You could look up like banks weren't blocked, but like PayPal, Venmo, anything where you can like check out with it, if that makes sense. Like, for whatever reason, Home Depot was blocked. eBay was blocked. So that's something I also need to do better job of, but in reality, people should just be doing what's right in the first place. Right here. Also, can we talk about how good, for the most part, the quality control has been on Bowman? On top of the product itself has actually been like solid. We have Matt McLean. Like, this is probably the best flagship Bowman since like 2020 maybe. We have Logan Wagner, Azuna, but 2020 wasn't really good QC. 2020 just had good prospects. We have Simone Wan. You have Lee Sang Boy. We have Shea Langeliers. Cedeno Martinez. So I'm actually going to take some of this paper and put it over here. We have Oscar Colas, Blake Lubier. Also, if anybody's local to Baltimore wants to come to the shop and pick up their stuff, just let me know. I'm going to try to drop everything off Monday. Maybe not this break, but all the other breaks I'm going to try to drop off Monday. We have Juan Brito on the Atomic. So if you're local and you want it, I mean, it'll probably be next day. But if you want to come and grab it, other breaks, let me know. Nice hit for the Rockies right there. You can always swing by. Right now the shop's like soft open. I actually just finally got all the TVs and, well, the TV and the computers, Jordan Lawler, the computer screen installed, Jordan or Michael Arroyo. It's just not, I should say the shop's just not tidied up to where I want to open it and have people walking around necessarily. We got Henry Davis, Randy DeJesus. We have Ellie De La Cruz. Like, I got to put up some of the shelving and chase the ladder and just clean up a little bit some of the storage stuff and get it in the back. We have Brian Acuna, because I had like 2 tables back there. Like, one table needed to go away, but I was waiting for a desk to come in, and then the one desk that came in was damaged, so I had to wait for another desk to come in, or parts for it to come in. So Danny Rafaela. We have the Son, De Leon. Wilber Sanchez, Alex Ramirez, Kobe Mayo. But yes, the product has been I'm still not sure if I like the design or not, but it's definitely made the cards consistent. We got Austin Charles, Axel Sanchez. We have Frederick Bacosme and Gabriel Martinez. It definitely makes the design makes it easy to know if your card's centered or not, which is, I think, one of the most important things in card design and modern cards. We have Colson Montgomery. We have Kumar Rocker. Hector Rodriguez for the Reds on the 77 out of 299 Speckle. Jackson Holiday, Christian Hernandez, Jonathan Mejia. I have Jose Ramos, Jace Jung on the lime green paper for the Tigers, and that's going to Greg Wolf. There's too many top holders during Pokemon. 1 second. Like I was talking about in Pokemon, I have been asking every week for the most part when they're going to allow me to pre-order, because it's coming. It should be at the end of the month unless it doesn't. And I know it's like the beginning of the month. Or it's not quite May, but at the end of May, it's supposed to be Tribute, and then Definitive comes out in the middle of the month. So I have been keeping my ears on the ground for that one. I'm hoping Definitive's not ridiculously priced, but we'll never see. I would say we will never know until it comes. We got Kyle Harrison, Samuel Savala. Regardless, I'll at least grab one case. If it's stupid priced, I'll probably only get one case. But if it's not too bad, maybe we'll get a couple cases. And do one like straight case break or draft break kind of thing for people, and then I'll take one and break the case open and put it in mixers. We have Amante, Corbin Carroll. I don't know why they do a Bowman release and then definitive and tribute right after. We got Corona, Montesino. We have Jace Jung on the spotlight. But that's what they are doing. So that's like the next products that come out. I don't know where Tier 1's at because I feel like we just skipped Tier 1 this year. But Luis Garcia and Peroza. You have Oscar Gonzalez. Brett Batty. Have Lee. Brock Jones. Jordan Lawler. I don't know how anybody... Right, I'm not losing my mind that we just kind of skipped Tier 1. Jay Savina, Cam Collier, or not Tier 1, Inception. There wasn't any Inception yet this year, and I feel like Inception comes out already like 2 months ago. We have Rodriguez and Elijah Green. Our autograph is going to be for the Blue Jays, and it's going to be a 72 out of 499, Gabriel Martinez. Going to the Jays and Josh Webb. I have Jorge, Chacon, Gabriel Gonzalez, got Trey Turner, Henry Davis, Cole Young, Rafaela, Tony Blanco Jr., and Gabriel Gonzalez. One more hobby box, and then we'll switch over to jumbos. Like I said, the second half of this is almost filled. I think we're down to like 4 or 5 teams. There is a 3 hobby box, 2 jumbo breaks, so quarter cases. That is up. Pick your team. There is also one up of that for random teams. Clear the board of these 3 breaks. I will put up a case of hobby random teams, and it will probably be try to drop the price down to like $115 and create a paper spot maybe. Maybe cut it down to $119 with a paper spot. So $125. Got to do some math. I wasn't so sure about the Ronald McDonald-esque yellow and red packaging. Don't get me started about the damn post. I said Jordan Lawler, Apparently, I'm just a lazy piece of shit for having a paper spot. Even though I have like whole case breaks that do the paper too. We have Christian Fakiro, Rada, Jonathan Mejia. Let's say Drew Jones. If only they knew all the back end other shit you got to do as a breaker. We have Drew Jones, Arias, Colton Cowser, Jackson Montgomery, Jackson Churio. I think they think I just click a button on a computer and I get dropped off 30 cases of Bowman, and then I get to just not do paper, and everybody snap fills all my breaks. We have Joshua Baez, Henry Ramos, Nolan Gorman, Tink Hentz, and then I just take the paper and I literally just take a giant shit on it and throw it at small children. We have James, Luis Rodriguez. We have Frias. I was going to say, Lincoln is like, I've never been in this guy's break. He was just talking about some crazy shit. Like, I think I'm going to back out. Miguel Vargas. We have Daniel Susak, Eric Brown Jr. We have Joshua Baez and Jorge Ruiz. The wrong times to come into conversations. We got Hector Rodriguez, Jackson Merrill, Artiga, Samuel Munoz. Man, Jackson Merrill would be such a huge investment if they didn't jack up his first Bowman. On top of he didn't sign. This is actually, I think, a pretty good player right here. We got Josh Hood, 26 out of 150, autograph only for the Mariners. Going to Landon. I was going to say... just an older guy. He's a good defender. Like, that's the thing I like about Josh Hood is he defends. I was gonna say, I just want to make sure that it was the right guy I was thinking about. Good defender. I was gonna say he's okay. He has some decent power for a middle infielder. We have Justin Crawford, Encarnacion. Like, I think he's a good guy. If you're chasing Montez, I think he's like a good. Him and a couple of the other guys are like pretty good backups. Like, I think the Mariners are by far I said it before. Kyle Harrison, 164 out of 299. The Reds are pretty solid behind Collier too, but I've done worse. I was gonna say. Yeah, Brooks Lee, Roderick Arias, and Mercedes and Garcia. Evan Carter. Yeah, Max Wagner, Mesa. I have Samuel Munoz. Junior Caminero, Rojas. Gunnar Henderson. What I will say is Ballesteros, Grego. When it comes to actual breaking, I don't think there's many people, Drew Gilbert and Javier Osorio, that are my size that are still top loading every single Bowman or tops chrome or first Bowman chrome. We have Jason Dominguez. Like, I don't know if there's any big breakers doing that. We have Colson Montgomery. Not that I'm big, but you know what I mean. I don't know if there's people that are taking care of break ease cards the way that I do at the very least. I was gonna say. So there's always that. Say Danny Andrade. Might be a terrible piece of person, lazy piece of shit, but you know, at least I sleeve and top load those cards. I was gonna say, because that's what lazy people do. We got Kevin Parada, Trey Sweeney, we have Andy Pages, sights on September, Carlos Jorge, Roman Anthony, Rafaela, Pedro Ramirez, and Anthony Gutierrez. Taj Bradley. Some of those people, I want to have them come and sort a case of Bowman. Like, I'll pay them like $40 to do it. We have Jorge Burgos and Brooks Lee. Yeah, I'm so happy your cards A got to you and B that even after they took a dump truck over them that they were there, got there safe. We got Simone Wan, Jet Williams. We have Von Grisham, Abel Batitas, Max Muncy. Man, he got really young and skinny. No, I'm joking. Different guy. Different guy than the guy in the Dodgers that was an all-star 1 or 2 years. We have a 41 out of 250 going to Oakland Athletics. Purple Ray Wave. We're going to have Simeon Woods Richardson, 2 out of 499. Austin will tell you all about this guy. And how, I don't know, is he up in the majors? Is he going to be up in the majors this year? Is he already up in the majors? We're going to have Tristan Casas on the spotlight. Parada, Baez, and Yelber Herrera. Good old Yelber. What a name. What a guy. Yelber. I'll be sorting so many Bowman cards tomorrow. My hands are going to fall off. I'll be sorting some tonight. Okay, go get me some C4 energy drinks, boys. I'll be bouncing off the wall. There's Josh. See, Austin, prime example of what I'm talking about is Josh, right? Josh owns a small business, so there are times where people stiff him or do whatever else, and he communicates and says, hey, Joey, I was supposed to get a check from a job, and the guy didn't give me my check from the job that I did, so is there any way that I see the break has filled that's been open for 24 hours or whatever, that I can just pay you tomorrow whenever the check clears because I got it later than I did? Easy. Not a big deal. He communicated with me. But whenever you literally hop in the Pokemon break to see, like, hop in the Pokemon break to see where it's at, hop out of the Pokemon break, and then don't settle your spot and don't say anything, you're a dick. I'm just gonna say. After 2 days ago making everybody wait because you didn't pay on time. Josh, I 100% agree with that. And we're going to get Paul Goldschmidt, 31 out of 75, going to Cam. Yeah, you hit an out of 25 Jacob Berry, buddy. Come on, man. You know if you break in here, you're going to hit something. There we go. Yadiel Sanchez, 40 out of 100 on the Atomic. Autograph only kid for the Angels. A lot of unknown here. Part of the Phillies organization was and part of the Noah Syndergaard trade. So, where's Mike McGarity when you need him? That's been studying this guy for the last 4 years. You know, the out of 25 right there, the out of 36 is Jacob Berry for the Marlins. We have Ramos, Arias, Colas, Cedeno, Martinez, Evan Carter. Corbin Carroll, Samuel Munoz. I will say the atomic autographs are just always so good looking. We got Cam Collier, Max Muncy, Jordan Lawler, Elijah Green, Khalil Watson on the purple. We'll see if he bounces back this year. No more handguns at... No more finger guns at umpires and whatever else he did. We got Jason Dominguez at number 29. Will he ever come up and play baseball in the majors? Yeah, Matt McLean. Is Volpe batting above 250 yet? We got Boyd, Gonzalez, Harrison. Or is he still absolutely dog shit? We got Christian Hernandez, Kumar Rocker, and Taj Bradley. Michael Harris II. Going to the Braves. And Joe Went. Azorio, Rojas, Chacon, Rodriguez, Avina, Manzardo. Manzardo's actually a stud too. Shea Langeliers. We have Angel Gano. 143 out of 399. Ha! Stop. Yeah, John Morant's teaching him his hood ways. We got Anthony Gutierrez, Trey Sweeney, Tony Blanco Jr., Cole Young, Rafaela, Pedro Leon. I was gonna say, actually, speaking of the Rays being, we got Cedeno Rafaela, Josh Baez. I don't think the break's gonna fill that I hopped into. Like, I don't ever get in breaks, but some guy had the Rays up for $170 in a case, and I'm like, yo, that's too good to pass up. We got Yilber Herrera, Jet Williams, Lee Sang, Wagner, Azuna, Jackson Merrill, but he had like the Reds at like 650. Like I said, I don't think the break's gonna end up filling. So we have Roderick Arias on the spotlight. I have Drew Jones. There are some other teams that were steals too. I was gonna say Jefferson Rojas, Azorio, Burgos, Ramirez, Gabriel Gonzalez, and Brooks Lee. Nice Gabriel Gonzalez here on the Lunar. I don't know much about this guy, but we got Troy Johnston for the Marlins. And Josh. Vaughn Grisham. Henry Ramos. Arias, Baez, Bastidas. Juan. Oswaldo Peraza. Oswald, not Oswaldo. That would be Oswaldo Cabrera. That's Peraza. Really? Henry Davis? Jorge. By the way, courtesy of Matt Hogue telling me where the breaks was. I was like, yo, you got to tell me where it's at. I was like, I'm just going to grab the Rays. Even if I skunk, I was going to say I'll take the chance on that. We got Max Muncy and Jace Jung, Jones, Vaquero, Arata, Drew Romo. We're going to have Tony Blanco. Jason Dominguez. I need to actually, Matt, give me the guy's information that grabbed the Reds, because I need him in my group. Don't just got Jackson Holiday, Jackson Churio, 120 out of... I'll just go grab it whenever I'm out done with the break and message him. I don't care. Anthony Gutierrez on the 128 out of 399 on the Lava. Because that's not even like someone's private group. That's like some big group, right? Isn't like one of those buy, sell, and trade groups. We have Brian Rachiro, Brett Batty. I have Elijah Green. We have William Bergala. Jorge James Rodriguez, Joshua Baez, Austin Wells. We have Oh, the grass parallel, 2 out of 99. Damon Keith going to the Dodgers. And Kevin Britton. I'm not sure how I feel about the grass parallel. I'm just not sure. We got Colson Montgomery. Michael Arroyo, Azorio, Lee, Brock Jones, Frias, and Max Muncy. Into a hobby box. Good color so far, just not the big hitters. Overall's been pretty good color though on the autos. Yeah, I don't know either. Although, like, James is a pretty popular last name, and that's the first name, too, so... So, Scott. Holy smokes. There we go. Seen some guy earlier complaining about Josh Jung not having autographs in here. Like, the Rangers checklist is not based off of Josh Jung at all. I mean, maybe a little bit. Maybe you could take off like $5 or $10 if he doesn't have any. But even then, like, he's so old. He's like Jake Cronenworth. Jung could be amazing, but if you're already like 40 years old when you come up, it's just so hard to make the Hall of Fame. Unless you're like an Ichiro or Randy Johnson, like you're not making it. I don't know what to tell you. Not even trying to be not even trying to be a real Debbie Downer. Just you have to pretty much play 15 years of baseball till you're like 40 and absolutely just be way better than everybody else. It's hard. Anyway, we got Brian Rashiro. Ronnie Simone, Olmas. We have Jorge. And Jace Bowen, Martin Gonzalez. Tristan Casas. Brito Clifford. Ray. George Figueroa, Austin Wells, Mikey Ramiro, Austin Charles. So Austin's guy right here for the Royals. De La Cruz, Lara, and Pizarro, Tamar Johnson, Miguel Blige, Brady House, Serta, Khalil Watson, Gavin Cross, Jordan Walker, Matt Mervis. Behind Matt Mervis is going to be Oscar Colas, 100 out of 399. To the White Sox and Boomer. Kenny Gomez, Zavala. Pedro Leon. Fernandez, De Los Santos. Luciano, Braylon Bishop. Jackson Churio. Lugo, Gilarte. Elijah Green. Malloy, Bergala. Max Muncy. Paguero. Jordan Lawler on the Lunar. Serta, Jacob Berry, and Yoshida. Nolan Gorman, Colton Krauser, Cabrera, Arroyos, Munoz, Garrett Mitchell, De Los Santos, Junior Caminero. 24 out of 150 on the blue Ray Wave. Nice hit here for the Rays. It's going to Boomer. Drew Jones, Spencer Jones, Engel Ganau, Drew Romo, Acuna, Yasser Mercedes. To the Blue Jays, we got Manuel Beltre. Going to Josh Webb and the Jays. See, Josh, you just got to come and break with a Pittsburgher, dog. That's all you got to do. Just got to come and break with one of the hometown guys. I hear breaking with Floridians and Indianans and whoever else. Already know a fellow Pittsburgher got you. There's the S or Mercedes. That Beltre's actually a really nice hit too. First autograph, not his first Bowman, but his first autograph. James Wood. Anthony Volpe. His first Bowman was in is it 2022 Bowman or was it 2021 Chrome? We have Tavares, Churio, Ruben Santana, and Brady House. I think it was too. Because I think him and Alex Ramirez were both in it. Because Alex Ramirez was one of the autographs your brother showed me, Austin, and all. Yeah, that's a good. I mean, that's a good one. That's one. The Mets chase. Hey, how you doing, Corey? Pin. I'm surprised he even found jumbos in the wild, to be honest. For the Rangers, we're going to have Andres Mesa. 274 out of 299. Robbie Coleman. Gilbert Herrera, Jet Williams, Greco, Caminaro, Wagner, and Tamar Johnson. Tristan Casas, Jackson Chourio. Henry Ramos, Arias, Colson Montgomery, Drew Gilbert, Ballesteros. We're going to have Jackson Chourio, Lawler. Cam Collier, Max Muncy, Jorge, Ramon Anthony, Parada, Luis Angel. Acuna. There's people that legit don't know that Acuna has two little brothers. I think that's kind of crazy too. We have Akiro. Have Marcelo Mayer on the prospects insert. Garcia, Encarnacion, Artiga, Ruiz, and Suzak. Westberg. Garrett Mitchell. Got Martin Gonzalez on the 482 or 182 out of 199. Do you live in South? I can't remember. Do you live in South Dakota too, or you live like in Colorado, right? Azorio, Rojas, Arias, Justin Crawford. 45 out of 75, Yenner Fernandez. Going to the Dodgers and Kevin Britton on the Canary Yellow. Colson Montgomery. Curtis Mead, Miguel Blyes. Gutierrez, Trey Sweeney, Mesa, Mercedes, Brooks Lee, and Michael Bush. Tristan Casas, or my bad, Lars Nootbaar, Christian Hernandez. Got Brady House, James Wood, Lugo, Christian Hernandez. Lunar. You have Michael Arroyo, one of the Mariners. Tyler Soderstrom. And we're going to have Ronnie Simone for the Rays. Going to Boomer. Adley Rutschman. Glider, Figueroa, Gonzalez, Serta, Paguero, Henry Malloy. Gavin Williams. Size on September, Andy Pages, Tamar Johnson. Bergala, Lara, Arroyo, Contreras, Calzer, Marcos Cabrera, and Justin Crawford. We have 2 hobby and 2 jumbo left after this one. Yeah, they did. I mean, plus it's 12:45. So Jonathan Aranda, 118 and 125. I got all amped up to run the break, and then I had to wait for somebody to pay. I know you were out in Monster Truck, and that's why I think you settled like right away as soon as I said it was closed. But Munoz, which actually I don't even care about, like, that's the thing too. Like, if people pay as soon as it says it's closed, I'm fine. Jacob Berry, Khalil Watson, Tamar Johnson, Blyes. I don't prefer that. I'd rather have to refund you because something happens than even take a chance in case you fall asleep or something. We got Josh Jung, Carlos Colmenares, but no, a guy that didn't really pay the other day that's newer didn't pay again, and I was tired of chasing him down. Gavin Cross, De Los Santos, Gomez, Mervis, so I just kicked him out of the group. Nice hit for the Astros. Hopefully this is some color, and it is. Nice color. 48 out of 75. Going to Brian Lovelace and the Astros. There's a nice hit on the jumbo for the Canary Yellow. And people have been saying that Bowman jumbos hobby boxes don't have color in them. Huh. I mean, there's people trying to say that retail is better than hobby. Kumar Rockerman, I want to know what kind of marijuana they're smoking. We have Henry Rodriguez, Cam Collier, Eric Brown Jr., Marco Luciano, Yenner Fernandez, and Cole Young. Hobby box here. So I'm gonna go get a drink. Hold on one second. Drive the motherfucker. Said I ain't smoked no marijuana, but you know, I had the cotton mouth like I was smoking the marijuana. Definitely gonna have to make a Costco run tomorrow. I think it's Sam's Club that has the body armor. Oh, wipe it off my mouth. There we go. Garbage Man. So, yo, we should fill some more breaks so the Garbage Man hates me on Monday. See, Boomer popped in here. think Tom's probably in the background too, just snoozing. Talking about anything. Can we talk about how the Steelers won the NFL draft? Let's talk about that. How are they going to let us get Herbig's brother too? Oof. He's going to be like a TJ Watt light. Joey Porter Jr. in the 2nd round. Let's get Herbig in like the 4th or 5th round. I just want to talk shit, but Jordan Addison's actually good, so it's kind of hard for me to talk shit about Jordan Addison. I still think the Vikings should have picked Will Levis, though. And I'd probably die on that hill. Because I think when you got a guy that has that much potential raw talent, and he doesn't have to start right away and you can let him develop, I think that was where you take him at too, because it's not early in the first. We have sights on September for the Guardians. Like, I think Kirk Cousins is amazing, but he's also getting older. We have Cabrera, Jorge Burgos for the Guardians. Oh, Robbie, stop. I watched the Ravens pick another wide receiver in the 1st round that's going to be a bust. We have the Guardians, Justice Sulin. Jackson Holiday, Colton Cowser, Jet Williams, Harry Ford, Edwin Arroyo, Christian Hernandez. He said he can't process a 4-way traffic stop. We have Miguel Blige, Yober Herrera, Corbin Carroll, Khalil Watson, Tamar Johnson. I mean, Jalen Hurts is a super big guy, too. There's a Drew Jones for the Diamondbacks. Marvis Arias. Have Jace Jung. De Los Santos, Kenny Gomez. Ellie De La Cruz. Fernandez, Henry Ramos. Sal Frelick. Sights on September. Eric Brown Jr., Luciano. Like, I think that Jalen Hurts bench is over 500 pounds. Daniel Suzak, Max Muncy. Like, most quarterbacks aren't doing that. We're going to have Brady House or Edgar Kiro, not Brady House. We have Artiga, Ruiz. Uh-oh. We have Rosemond Verdugo, 2 out of 5 on the red. Going to the Padres and Robert Sellers. Nope. Knocked over Cal. Get to a top loader. Justin Crawford, Cam Collier. Have Andrew Painter. Ramiro O'Ray. Simone Wong. De La Cruz Rojas. Shea Langeliers. Lugo Daniel Gilarte. Soto on the fuchsia. I don't know why you would pick Young and have him try to be. I don't know. Look, man, Carolina can do whatever they want. I guess they really, really like them. 87 out of 270 or out of 299. I wouldn't have taken him first. We have Malloy, Trey Sweeney. I mean, I wouldn't have traded what they traded up to pick a guy, to be honest. Sal Frelick, maybe CJ, but Paguero, Frederick Bencosme. The Orioles, I don't think there was a guy that really just stood out this year. We have Serta, Anthony Gutierrez. Like, there's a bunch of guys that have the potential to be really good. Brett Batty. I still can't believe Anthony Richardson went in 4th overall. We have Tavares, Churio. I mean, it's good for football product next year, so woohoo! Jordan Lauder, I hope you guys enjoy paying an extra $300 a box for no damn reason. We have Santana. Encarnacion. Not from me. I mean, I'll try to make it only $200 a box, but we got Henry Davis. We have Juan Almost, Max Wagner, but it's because the price of football boxes are going to be back up now with 3 quarterbacks in the first round and 4 in the first 33 picks. Well, ESPN is also, I mean, no comment. You can get me banned on YouTube, Landon. What are you doing, man? Make me start talking about stuff that I'm not allowed to talk about on the YouTubes. ESPN is trash now. We'll just leave it at that. We have Maro Shindrick Martinez. One of the Dodgers. Nice hit for Kevin Britton. This is why Kevin Britton likes it after his nap time. There's a guy, speaking of YouTube, there's a guy on YouTube I watch that does like a SEC stuff. It's like a guy from the South. We have Ronnie Simone, and it's like all parody stuff. He's like a comedian, and he does like an SEC like group session of like all the SEC teams and Garcia, and they were talking about going into the next season in the off season, how they're thinking about playing more conference games and stuff. We have Tyler Soderstrom and Ryan Clifford at Jace Bowen, and he was like Brito Osorio. He was pretending to be the Florida Gators like as like a program, right? And they're like, "Oh, nice way to go, guys! We have 3 quarterbacks picked in the first, potentially picked in the first round here." And they were talking about Anthony Richardson, and the guy was like, "You mean like the dude that threw the ball against the ceiling and can't hit anybody when they're wide open by 10 yards?" It's like, "There's no way it's our guy." Like, and he's like, "Yeah." He's like, "It's that Anthony Richardson." Oh, that is our guy. Like, he was like so inaccurate last year. Like, I just don't understand. Just terrible. Probably a bad explanation. Probably a much funnier actual video. But I was just trying to get at, like, I don't understand, even just based off of his raw athleticism. Like, you can just watch film and be like, this dude's inaccurate as all hell. Like, there is no way he's going to be successful in the NFL. The DePaul, I mean, I don't know, man. I'm not super hype about him, but other people are, and that's what matters. I mean, if you watch my NL West video, I talk about him a little bit, but the general consensus, everybody likes Yasu DePaula, then they like him. I mean, it like there's guys that are just hype. I don't know what to tell you. Drew Jones is literally like everyone's crying about Jacob Berry batting below the Mendoza line. Drew Jones literally had to sit out all last year too. I mean, I'm pretty sure he was doing that as a joke on social media, but mean, maybe that's the secret to being big and strong like Will Levis. The good old Magic. That's what I mean. Like, these guys are young. They're trying to figure out stuff. Like, I'm not going to... I don't know, man. I mean, DePaula's not batting bad. I'm just using it as an example. Like, Drew Jones is literally batting 125 or 175 or whatever. Hasn't played at all because he's hurt all the time. But yet he is by far the biggest chase in the product. Like, prospecting does not make sense to me half the time. I mean, I guess, okay, so I guess putting mayonnaise in coffee makes sense a little bit taste-wise. Maybe? I don't know. I can't even defend that. I got nothing, dude. Oh, baby. Mercado's not going to be happy now. Doubling up is Brian Lovelace, 69 out of 499 for the memes. On the Kyle Clifford. We have Jorge, Fernandez, Bowen, Simmons, Almost, Volpe. We have Oswald, Peraza, Ellie De La Cruz. I mean, there is some weird like stuff that people think weird like do go well pretty like together pretty well. Like grape jelly and salami on a sandwich. If you try it, it sounds not good, but it's actually sweet and savory, right? So, I mean, that's what makes it taste good is Perez Jr., Colby Thomas, Dylan O'Ray, Brito, Clifford, Cartaya. Uh-oh, Jeff came back. He saw another Clifford. We have Andrew Payne. It's like he heard me calling his name. We have Angel Gano, Alonzo Gilarte, De La Cruz, Mikey Ramiro, Curtis Mead. Riley Green. All right, Robbie. I don't know about mustard on pizza, but I mean, I could see why it would taste good, but I don't know about me even trying that only because I'm not a huge mustard fan. We have Juan, Aponte, DePaula, De Los Santos, Perosa, and Blaze Jordan. We have Dustin Harris, Francisco Alvarez, Xavier Isaac, De La Cruz, Neto, Acuna, Spencer Jones, Colby Mayo, Jordan Walker, Jackson Holiday, Beltre, Mayers, Ruben Santana, Tavares, Churio, and Andy Pages. We have Adley Rutschman. Oh my lord. We have Danny Rafaela, Michael Arroyo, Lubier, Montesino, Peyton Graham, Jorge Burgos. I'm curious what happens with Trey Lance. Jordan Lawler, Amberius Tavares for the Braves. This guy's been in like every break, man. Tavares, the Charm City native. Not actually a Charm City native, but he might as well just damn pitch a fucking 10 here. Oh, my bad. I apologize. Just drop the F-bomb. I'm sorry. For Father I have sinned. Please forgive me. I was gonna say, but in all honesty, the dude's been in every break. I say that, and now he won't be in any breaks, and people will be grabbing the Braves for no reason. We have Gabriel Moreno. We have Almonte, Mejia, De Jesus, Garcia, Corona. I have Tink Hence, Volpe, Mejia, Brian Acuna, and Jose Peroza. We have De Leon, DeLauder, Henry Davis, Blaze Jordan. I mean, I was pretty convinced until they talked about they wanted to trade him. Gabriel Martinez, Alex Ramirez, Sanchez, DeSun, Matt McLean, that he was going to be the starter no matter what at the beginning of this year. We have Riley Green, Jordan Lawler, just pretty much because Brock Purdy wouldn't be ready, so he would get a chance to start the year. Jason Dominguez, Jace Jung, Perez, Ben Cosme, and Charles, as well as Kevin Alcantara. I have some paper going to the Mariners. Gabriel Gonzalez, 103 out of 150 on the Blue Lunar. Honestly, this is like the second or third one of this guy we pulled on the Lunars. The Blue Lunars to be exact. Nice hit there to land it. I have Jackson Churio, Zach Geloff, Solano, Montez, Julian, Max Muncy on the Fuchsia. He's the second best guy on the Mariners in this box. Potential to be good. It's a solid like B tier, high like a C plus B minus tier hit. Look, man, I don't know how big Landon is, Austin, but I know you're a big fella. Just beat up your little brother, man. It's fine. No one will say anything. You just got to put him in his place sometimes. Although, based on his profile picture, he looks like he is also a large human. So that might be like a Goliath versus Goliath type thing. So I don't know. I don't know about that one. I'm a big human. Robbie Coleman's a big human too, but yeah, Jesus Christ. Goddamn. Got the left tackles from South Dakota. The brothers Fishbach. Let's say, fucking. You guys should have entered the NFL draft. Because with Austin, you're like what, 6'5", 6'6" or something like that. 300 pounds. Be a pulling right guard and right tackle in the NFL. Now he's really talking shit, Austin. Oh, yeah. See, I knew he was bigger. I thought he was taller than that, but I was going to say... I thought he was 6'7". Between 6'5" and 6'7". 6'9", fucking A. I know Mike's not in here to defend himself, but it's funny the size difference of people in the group. Because Mike McGarry is a solid 5'6" on a good day. I was gonna say. You almost need to move out to New Jersey, Austin, just to be his partner as a paramedic. Could call your guys' team Biggie Smalls. He's a little guy. That's funny. Oh boy. You guys are in the hotel as Saints players? Or the same hotel as the Saints? That's funny. We have Felix Valerio, Colson Montgomery, Drew Gilbert, Tamar Johnson, Kevin Parada, Jonathan Mejia, Riley Green. We have Roman Anthony, Axel Sanchez, 12 out of 125. I was down in Dominican Republic when the Winter League was going on one time. And some kids came up to me and thought I played for the Pirates. We have Carlos Jorge. I don't think there's a lot of American players that get sent down to go play in the Dominican Winter League, though. We have Monte, so I don't understand why they thought that. But we have Henry Ramos. But I guess when you're little kids and you just see a guy wearing a Pirates hat, Pedro Ramirez, and they're down there playing. Jet Williams for the Mets. Jose Burgos. Perosa. Cam Collier. Luis Rodriguez. Joshua Baez. Corbin Carroll. Marcelo Mayer. Jace Jung. Henry Davis. Brock Jones, Frias. Wagner. Lee. Jason Dominguez. Jacob Berry. I have Rodriguez Avina. Juan Chacon. And Joffrey Solano. Probably. The Orioles. I mean, I was in very much better shape than what I was. I had just come back from Portugal. Batidas, Simone Juan, where the only things you could do was lift weights and play sports. Colmenares. Jesus Baez, Acuna. Carson Williams. Like, I was in the gym probably twice a day. Nelson Rada. And I was lifting with the powerlifting, the dudes that were on, like, the Air Force powerlifting team, because there was 3 guys, for whatever reason, that got stationed at Lodges at the same time. I want to talk about some of the strongest people. Just a dude just literally squatting like 550 pounds for no damn reason. Bakiro, Alex Ramirez, legs as big as my chest. We have Francisco Alvarez, Jackson Churio, and Drew Jones. I think Tom Scarberry's son's into bodybuilding. Speaking of bodybuilding, Jackson Churio, like, I think he's a bodybuilder. I mean, it's possible. I was gonna say. I mean, I'm in terrible shape right now. Jackson Holiday, Gabriel Martinez, Gabriel Moreno. Hopefully we can Brooks Lee Arias. I can get everything situated with breaking and start to there's a Ronald Acuna out of 499 that was in the paper. Christian Hernandez. Start to get back to a normal schedule and go to the gym. We have Mercedes, Boyd, DeGrom. Especially now that I got that remote job, it should be a lot easier. We have Joshua Baez, Mesa, Samuel Zavala. Oh my lord. Nice hit for the Phillies. Oh, Andy Rodin. My man. 183 out of 250. How you Lee. One of the Phillies and Eric Black on the purple. 183 out of 250. The Taiwanese prospect. How you Lee. Nice hit. Max Wagner, Lou Beer, Marco Luciano. I have Greco, Caminero, Balestro, and Arroyo. Yeah, that's a dope Lee card. For sure. Let's get in the final box here. We got a jumbo, 3 autos. Let's hit 3 monsters. There has not been any Pirates of significance. We pulled a, you guys probably didn't watch it. Boomer's personal case of jumbos had a Julian in it. Edward. Julian. Yeah, the $1 million bounty's out of this set, Keith. Vaughn Grisham, 197 out of 499. On the sky blue. No, Jeff, I have like 26 cases total that I got. So this case will be for break 7. The other case that will have its own 2 cases. So there's a hobby box case assigned to that break, and I'm gonna break it the same 3 and 2 every single time. So like the random has its own 2 cases it's coming out of. I'm gonna run that same random over and over again until those 2 cases are gone. I have 2 other cases assigned to the pick your team 3 and 2. Like I've sorted them essentially in my house, separated them so that it's the same case, and I'm gonna mark them essentially like whatever break is break 5 is the pick your team, or break 6 is the pick your team, 3 and 2. I'll mark 6 on the top, and then whenever I post the second part of it, I'll post whatever break number that is on the top of the box, so you guys know it's the same box. We have 356 out of 499 on the Jorge Burgos. Sorry, I was trying to figure out how to explain it so it came out right. I wasn't like frustrated with you or anything. It's a very fair question, but no, they're gonna have their own separate cases. I wouldn't have ran overlapping breaks like that if I didn't have enough cases to do so. We have Angel Gano, Alonso Cedeno Martinez, Jackson Churio, not a first, but a nice hit. 268 out of 499. I hope that makes sense what I said, Jeff. Yeah, no. There's definitely they have their own separate cases. We have Nick Gonzalez, and honestly, the way the cases have been set up, if the Astros are hitting in one case, I would try to get in that case. If I'm being honest, we have Brady House. It seems to be that the hits from teams are lumped together. Brady House again, James Wood, Jordan Lawler, Elijah Green, Oscar Colas. I mean, I don't know. Some of like Austin and them can give their opinions about it, but that's what it seems like. We have Tyler Soderstrom. I have Figueroa, Martin Gonzalez, Kyle Harrison, Christian Hernandez, Kumar Rocker. We're gonna have Ellie De La Cruz, Francisco Alvarez, Jorge, Marcelo Mayer, Isaac Chacon, I have Rodriguez Avina Espino, Gunnar Henderson. We have Yosu DePaula. Which is like not good for breaking, but if it's a good team and you're opening stuff by yourself, it's definitely good. We're gonna have Jorge Beltre Blanco Jr., Cole Rafaela Arias. We're gonna have Zach Veen, Elijah Green, Robert Perez Jr., Colby Thomas, Lee Sang, Wagner, Azuna, and Jet Williams. We have Jackson Holiday on the spotlight. Cunha, Peroza, Burgos, Ramos, Cam Colley are on the lunar. It's actually a really nice lunar hit. Have Martinez. We have Damon Keith for the Dodgers on the base. Nolan Gorman. Gabriel Martinez, Alex Ramirez, Baez, Bastidas, Simone Juan. Have Khalil Watson, Ellie De La Cruz, Oscar Colas, Minguez, Jace Jung. Gonna have Vaquero, Rada, Got Cole Young on the teal shimmer out of 125. Gonna have Trey Sweeney at number 83. Drew Jones on the Invicta. Have Solano, G-Loft, Jackson Holiday, Churio, and Drew Jones. Oscar Colas. Miguel Vargas, Drew Jones. Ponte, DePaula, Lionel James, Rodriguez, Baez, and Emmanuel Rodriguez. And the Cubbies reward here, 171 out of 250 going to the Cubbies. And Austin Fishbach getting rewarded for helping close the break on the Ballesteros purple. 171 out of 250. Ellie De La Cruz, Fernandez, How You Lee, Jones, Frias, Zach Fiend. That's going to be the break. Let's do a quick recap of the hits. Clear off the paper here. Let's get into non-autograph hits. Quick recap and then wrap it up for the night. We'll try to get some stuff filled tomorrow. Got Teal Shimmer, Cole Young. Blue Paper, DePaula. Jackson Cherry on the refractor. Grisham on the sky blue. Acuna in the sky blue. Axel Sanchez on the teal shimmer. Fuchsia Max Muncy. Lime Green Batty. Fuchsia Soto. Verdugo on the red on Invicta out of 5. Jorge Burgos on the purple out of 250. The blue, Jacob Berry out of 25. I have Jonathan Aranda and Michael Arroyo on the blue. We're going to have Yenner Fernandez on the canary yellow. Martin Gonzalez on the purple lunar paper. Junior Caminero on the blue Ray Wave. Oscar Colas on the lava. Gutierrez on the lava. Ganao on the green out of 399. Khalil Watson on the purple out of 250. The yellow paper out of 75 on the Goldschmidt, 499. Simeon Woods Richardson, Max Muncy on the purple Ray Wave out of 250. Kyle Harrison out of 299. Fuchsia on the paper. Jace Young on the paper out of 399, and Zach Neto out of 125 on the teal lunar. Getting into the autos, we have Hector Rodriguez on the speckle back there as well out of 299, so we'll bring him up. Now let's get into the autographs. We're going to have Damon Keith. Damon Keith ×2 the base, and then the grass parallel out of 99. We have Jose Burgos, base. Ryan Clifford out of 499. Cameron Martinez out of 499. Is Ronnie Simone on the base. Tavares on the base. Troy Johnston on the base. Brock Jones on the base. Moises Ballesteros on the purple out of 250. And we have Manuel Beltre on the base. Martinez on the base. Have Andres Mesa out of 299 on the speckle. Gabriel Gonzalez out of 150 on the blue lunar. Have How You Lee with the Taiwanese writing as well as the Taiwanese player on the true purple for the Phillies. Yadiel Sanchez out of 100 on the Atomic Refractor. Josh Hood out of 150 for the Mariners. And last but not least, the hit of the break is Ryan Clifford, 40 out of 75. I would assume, based on how it normally is, that we're still going to get at least an out of 50 in both cases autograph. It seems to be the case. I'm not guaranteeing it. I'm just saying it seems to be every time a jumbo case has at least an out of 50 autograph or less. In hobby so far for us, it's had 50 or less. It's had a couple 25 out. Actually, the first 2 hobby cases had /25s out of them. So we'll see what happens. I appreciate you guys getting the break. Hope you enjoyed yourself. For those that hit, congratulations. For those that didn't, better luck next time. I will catch you guys here tomorrow, hopefully breaking some more Bowman.